I think that Africa will not let this go. You yourself will not let this go. Condemnation is the least thing we can say. At least during the day of judgment, we can say that we saw evil and we did something about it. Thank you. Your motion is oral. We'll follow the procedure. But let me say that on certain issues, we need to put ourselves in the position of the African Union. We are an organ of the African Union. We cannot anticipate and make decisions that will make our states uncomfortable. So we need to go through the procedure for a motion. This is a text by the African Union. The African Union itself condemned this. A little bit of discipline, please. So if you cannot do this like this. If they produce a declaration, then they will convey it to us. Mr. Clark, do you have any announcements to make?
No, Honorable President. Announcements.
On a point of order, President, let me understand this. Let me get the procedure of what the honorable member has proposed. Am I getting you right when you say he must write the motion, submit it formally so that there can be a proper discussion or adoption in line with what the AU has already said? Because if that is the understanding, then I agree fully. So I want to understand what is the way forward on this motion.
Avis écrit de motion.
Now, on Article 61 says on options notwithstanding the provisions of Article 60, the parliamentarian with the president can introduce a motion. But if the motion should be included in the agenda 3 days before the presentation of the motion, unless the chair of the meeting finds it in the public interest to include this in the agenda without observing the 3 days limit. Now our session is adjourned. We shall resume tomorrow at 9.
La séance est levée.
The session is adjourned. Clark, can you give us your announcements?
Honorable President, to say that the CAPA report for tomorrow has been sent to your emails, but there's also hard copies at the entrance should honorable members wish to collect a hard copy. Thank you.
No, we'll raise it again tomorrow, President, because the way you are closing is very problematic. You cannot read a rule that says to you, if a matter is in the public interest, you can give it a go-ahead and then say you have closed. No. This matter is in the public interest, and we are saying to you, give it some recognition. It is happening now. It's not going to happen in the next 3 days. We will not have known that it's going to happen 3 days before, because we are not part of the planning of committing a genocide. So you can't say in terms of the rules we should have put these motions 3 days ago. How are we going to know that Israel is going to kill Palestinians? It's happening now. We are sitting now. We have to condemn it. And I'm saying to you, subject it to some form of a process. If you can entertain it now, say to us, let's write it, give it to the secretary, and tomorrow you can give us a go-ahead. It is in the public interest, yes, and it must be attended to.
Yes. Mr. President, what will happen to the items were on the agenda today? Thank you. We need guidance on that.
Mais on va les discuter demain.
We will discuss them tomorrow. So the program will be amended accordingly for tomorrow. Honorable, I answered your question very well. since we give the latitude to the President to consider this, give me a time to think about it, and I will give you my reply tomorrow.
Thank you, President. Thank you.
You must agree. Clerk, it must be the first items tomorrow.
Pour les points qui étaient inscrits à l'ordre du jour,
The items included in the agenda will be considered tomorrow, and we shall start with them, the items after the Kappa report. Is this proposal acceptable to you?
l'ordre du jour étant épuisé.
No, Mr. President, all the items for today must be first on the agenda, Mr. President. That's the procedure. We really ask you to do that, Mr. President. Thank you.
Bon, le secrétariat prenez note.
Clerk, please take note of this. The Secretariat has taken due note of this. Our order is exhausted. The session stands adjourned till tomorrow, 9 a.m. I invite members to register with the Reform Committee and to attend also the meeting between the African Union and the European Union. And in this way, we'll be able to do many things. Now the session stands adjourned.